Okay, someone told me the other day, was it shutter speed or something? I appreciate it in the comments. I just need to go back and reread it. Why the display does that? Oh boy, on the camera to the... Anyway, thank you for that. I will go back and reread it. Right, this is a 551. Now, this is not the D. A lot of people thought the D just meant purely digital, but that's not actually entirely true. The D was for the higher power version. 551 was for the 10 watt version, and still had the digital display, as you're seeing there, flashing away in front of you. I wish I could play with the phone and get this right. I will try for the next one, next video, try and see if I can play with some settings. Yeah, anyway. Look, really nice. It's like absolutely top condition. You know, a couple of small marks, but nothing sort of... I wanted to take the covers off to show you, once again, you know, just how clean some of this stuff is inside. But more so, I wanted to show you in this one. By the way, this says the 240 volt power supply, which I'll show you something in a second I wasn't a real big fan of. Let me just flip this over. Okay, here is my not so much a fan of. Let me just bring that light around there. Oh, turned it off, that's clever. You know, exposed 240 volts here, and we'll actually do something about that before we put some covers back on there. I don't care if you wrap masking tape around it or something. You know, you just go to pick up a radio and, you know, it might be plugged in, and you run your hands somewhere close there. Very easy to cause yourself to get quite a chill. But I'll tell you what's really nice about this unit. Very, very hard to get. Underneath, you can't even see, but it's actually got the... every other module. It's got every module fitted. It's got the Vox Board module, the bandpass module fitted, and the most important one that, you know, for a lot of people, not me so much. I'm more of a 5110 guy, you know, sort of as you all know. But the FM unit is a real rare little thing. The tone board, well, you know what? I wasn't sure what they did for a tone board. Well, I know what these guys did. They took a little 557 and 567, sorry, and built a regulator, put a few bits and pieces around it, and they got a tone board to work for their repeater. Now, obviously, you could tune this for whatever repeater you wanted. The tone board is flexible in what you can do there. I actually haven't even tested to tell you what tone it was. I was more pleased that at FM. I honestly was so wrapped. Let me put some covers back on. I wanted to show you inside this because they're really, you know, some of this is very clean. That actually was a nice little mod. I actually pulled the FM unit apart just to have a look at how they did this and what the idea was. And basically all they did is they tap off two things. A 9-volt transmit line. So when this transmits on FM, it takes a voltage from here, turns this fellow on. So this is not running 24/7. The other thing it does, it has a modulator line that it runs coming off here, and even left a little note there to the FM modulator pot, which is pretty right. So that's exactly what it does. But I won't get too engrossed into deciphering the FM tone. I probably should, but I just we'll turn this into a 25-minute video if we're not careful. All right, let me put some covers back on and just show you this thing in all its glory. We're going to be using our 10 years Airbus motorsport, and don't laugh. We'll actually put a little use the screw there, and we'll cover that over nicely. You know what? You can use anything. I don't care what you do. This is just a nice way to say, hey, that's definitely that radio Brenton did. And Airbus are looking at doing a bit of sponsorship with us on the latest V8H Holden. They're looking after us with a set of gauges coming in from the US, and they are really good people to deal with. Actually, I bought a whole stack of their t-shirts and bits and pieces for their racing team, and I bought more for Sam. I bought 3 for Sam and 2 for me. How does that work out? Anyway, great people to deal with. So please go to www.erebusstore.com.au. You'll be thrilled to bits on some of their racing t-shirts. They're fantastic, but obviously these guys do a lot more than sell t-shirts. All right, let's. I'll just finish this little job off here, and we'll put it back together. Okay, just before we put the top plate on, just to show you, they do in here have some controls, a bit more light, so you can set up the anti-Vox, Vox control, Vox delay, scan speed, and CW delay, so they're all just sort of hidden in there. What's the other one over there? Sorry, there's one more. Oh, the CW monitor. So if you want to listen to yourself send CW, which, you know, very popular. All right, hang on. And had I shown you the underside of the lid? It's all pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, there you go. Okay, and still operating off the same settings on my camera here on the phone that I was before, so of course the display is flickering. And I need to... anyway, I wonder if you go really close to it. No, further away. Yeah, look, someone was kind enough to explain it to me, and I'll go back and have a look at those notes. Okay, so let's have a look. It's been a while. Let's have a look. We had some notes on this from a long time ago. I'll put my finger over one bit of it because it's probably not so relative. IC551, rare. Really, I wrote that, rare. Department of Communications, and that is true. It used to have a sticker on here with Department of Communications on it. RX noise free, 0.5 microvolt. 10 watts FM, 10 watts sideband, 5 to 6 kilohertz deviation, no faults. And obviously under my finger I had a price that I thought we should sell this for one day. I wrote this note about 5 years ago, by the way. So anyway, the note can come with the radio. I'll chuck it in here. If you buy it, you can see what I thought it was worth back in 2017 or something, and 18, I don't know, somewhere around there. It was before COVID, way before COVID. Oh, can't even say that word on. Yeah, there you go. This video's flagged, gone. I'll never be on YouTube again. We need a word for that, don't we? One that you and I both understand that works instead of saying the word. It's funny. The number of things I can say on YouTube, the number of things that are just so silly you can't. But anyway, all right. If I move on from that, it'll slip up probably best. Let's have a look. So transmit, yes, it transmits. All right. So good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 10 watts of output. 1, 2, 3. It's got 1, 2, 5 to 6 kilohertz of deviation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test, test, test. Yeah. Okay. What's it look like when we do a look and listen? Look and listen. I like playing the look and listen. Oh yeah, that looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Looks like a 10 watt transmitter to me. No, that's fine. That's all right. We're not going to need the tracking generator. RX test though, so let's go over here. Oh, turn that on. RX test, and let's just have a look. 50.1. Yep. All right. So let's put some noise into this, which would mean hit RF generator on, hit the level. Now I've got about 0.2. Nice. Yeah, coming. Tea time. Okay, just breaking the squelch at 0.6, and let's turn that squelch off while we're doing this. And basically, let's have a look. We're at 0.6 of a microvolt, which is actually not too bad. I'm on FM, but let's have a look. Let's just bring this. Where am I? Did I go 110? I went 109. That's why I'm not even close. Come up to the frequency. Alright, so let's just have a look how far we can get that down, because that's 0.6 there on sideband, sounding quite nice. There's 0.3, which is starting to just sort of break where I've got that squelch at the moment, but that's alright. Yeah, it's starting to lose. Yeah, definitely under that, 0.1. I mean, it's very good. When you sort of compare that and say, well, what's that in dBm? You know, minus 122. Anything that's minus 122, minus 123 is pretty good. So let's just bring that up. And there we go. We do this for a few reasons, by the way. Sometimes people say, oh, you know, why do you sit there and put so much signal in? And let's get rid of that for a minute. Why do we do that? And often it's not just so that we can... if I've got the extension speaker on, I have to. That's right. So the cover's off. Hang on. Just want to make sure internal speaker's working properly. Yes, it is. Good. Why do we do that? Because we want to check the meter function as well. You don't know. You know, sometimes it might get being a bit sticky. Normally, you know, you'll notice that on the transmit anyway, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But anyway, that's all very minor. Couple of quick things. You might have noticed there's FMC, FMS. Obviously, when I put a signal in, whoops, I got a lot of noise here. When I put a signal in like this, we're looking at the actual signal meter working itself. When we go to FMC, we're looking at where that's transmitting at the moment. So it's actually showing that it's about probably about 800 hertz off there at the moment. So we might actually just have a quick look at the, oh, hang on, sorry. No, I've got this set on. Yeah, so I'm set on 110. I was going to say, it actually seems like it's a lot more off. I'll have a little look at that because, let me just see, that meter, what's my RX saying? 50.109.05. Oh, okay. No, fair enough. So I'm actually not on 110 exactly right now. I'm sort of a little bit down. So that actually, if I can just, can I go to, I want that to do it in, no, I'm in 10kc. I would have to, and that's not going to be relative either. No, don't worry about it. What I was trying to get at was the difference between, this is basically an indicator of the station you're listening to's frequency. This is their signal strength. So, you know, the plus or minus whether or not they are exactly on the center frequency. So if you think of this as a center frequency meter, this as a signal meter, obviously you'll be right. Let me get rid of this. That's better. Oh, that noise. My wife's saying, "Oi, come and get your tea." We got caught with this the other night too. But as you know, I always go for the food. But look, really looking quite nice. What else can I say? We really did the 551D, so there's not a lot of explaining as to what's there and what, you know, sort of you need to... so just let me turn that down. That what you need to sort of be aware of, because everything's pretty much the same. Now, memory, once again... I don't think, because that was the memory button over there. Yeah, I don't think this has got a memory module in it, but I may be wrong on that. I'd need to just check the manual, but anyway. So why the 10 watt version? A lot of people sort of preferred it, believe it or not. And I know you might think, well, but you showed me one the other day that did 80 watts, you know, and I think I said it did 10 or 15 at the time. Then I hooked it up and went, oh, that's right, that's the 80 watt version. I'm so used to seeing 10 watt 551s, I think. And the reason for that is that a lot of people were running, you know, 160 watt amps, bits and pieces. So for them, this was a really nice way to drive 10 watts into the amps, get 160 watts out, etc., etc. It's just another way of doing things. You know, it's certainly, people can turn the power down on their radio if they need to. Like if they've got the D version, they can certainly turn that down to, you know, 10 watts. These will go down. Sorry, the D version will go down to 5 watts quite easily. Obviously, this is a incremental power here from you know, 1 to 10 watts. I'll just check actually that. What is the lowest power on this thing? It's a very good question. Let's see. That's right on low. Oh, it really does take it right down. Wow. 40 milliwatts. So there's a couple. Then I'm bringing it up slowly. 1.21 watts. So you literally can turn it down to very little, actually. Jeez, I'll tell you what. No, that's interesting. I must admit, let me just do that again. I just realised why. I was thinking there's no way it goes down to milliwatts. Right, let's just try this again. What's its lowest power? Coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Oh no, it does get to the milliwatts, just under 1 watt, 991 milliwatts. Very. Obviously, I was on sideband before, and I was thinking, what's going on? And up to about 10 watts. Yeah, okay. So you know, it's sort of nice that you can do that. It's most people will want to take this into, say, 100 or 150, 160. The 160 watt amps are very popular with these. They tend to be, a lot of people bought the combination of the Tokyo High Powers, and there were quite a few. I think even Dickie Smith put out I think we've got some sitting out the shed, 100 watt PAs for these. They weren't expensive either, so that was good. Anyway, all right, that's the IC551 without the D, and I'm obviously in the wrong mode again, but nice radio, they really are. Sorry about the video with this thing. I'm going to go work that out. You know, I probably won't get a display like this again now for 2 years or something, but to be caught on this twice is, yeah. Oh, sorry, and just to show too, sorry, this is the other thing I wanted to show. Turn the Vox on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hang on, trying to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and there you go, not even touching the button. So the Vox, yep, works. I haven't got the settings on the Vox completely right at the moment. You could probably sense there was a bit of anti-Vox going on then. But yeah, Vox board, FM board, all the bits, got to go. So we'll chuck this up soon. But just thought I'd show people what it is and you got a bit of an idea what's internally in it, especially with the third-party tone board that someone's homebrewed. It's always good to know what you're buying. As far as I was concerned, I may just pull the cover off and just alter the... I still just want to check that frequency on it just a little bit. And also its squelch threshold. A couple of things while we were doing this that I picked up and I thought, you know what, I wouldn't mind having a quick look at. Because my bit of paper here, which I'll put my finger over there, it didn't say anything about anything what I just mentioned. So it says no faults. That's my handwriting. Well, it doesn't have any faults, but there's a couple of things I might just sort of really make sure that the frequency accuracy is what it is and that squelch is doing what it needs to do. It just seemed like it was a bit tight, that's all. Anyway, maybe I'm just getting a bit over the top on what I want out of a radio. Nothing wrong with that. All right, 73 is all the best. Thanks for having a look at this. This will end up being advertised on all the usual spots. I'm not sure how much at the moment. I don't think it'll be what's on that bit of paper, but you have to see which way it goes. Whoever buys it will find out. Anyway, it was certainly interesting. All right, all the best. Cheers, guys.